Okay, so the next video lecture, for this next video lecture, we will be discussing about the setting of transfer prices. So basically, we have three methods of setting transfer prices. So the first one is market price, the second is negotiated price, and the third is cost-based pricing. So for this video lecture, we will only be discussing and focus on the market price. Okay, so if there is an outside market for the good to be transferred, and that outside market is considered to be perfectly competitive, then um, it is but logical that the transfer price should be based on the market price. Okay, so this will be the ceiling transfer price for the selling division. Okay, because they are working at full capacity and there is a perfectly competitive outside market. Okay, so to understand better this concept, we will take this illustration. So for Yarrow Company, so this company is employing a decentralized structure, and they are a manufacturer of small appliances. So this company has two divisions. We have the parts division. So the parts division are operating at capacity, meaning to say all of their production is enough to cater the needs of their outside clients. Okay, so therefore, in this case, we can consider that there is a perfect competition, or because there is an outside market. Okay, another division under this company is the motor division. Okay, so the parts can be sold. Okay, the parts that is being produced by the parts division can be sold to other manufacturers, to wholesalers at a market price of $8. So therefore, based on this, the product of parts division has a market that is considered to be perfectly competitive. So that's why they can set the transfer price at the maximum of $8. Okay, suppose that the motor division is operating at 70%. The capacity, or 70% capacity. So here, the motor division here is the other division. So in this illustration, they are considered to be the buying division. Okay, so here they are operating at 70% capacity. So mean to say there are still 30% capacity in which they can accept special order, okay, from other customers. So in this case, they received a special order for 100,000 motors at the price of $30. Okay, so based on the full manufacturing cost of motor division, so the full cost is $31. Okay, so it comprises of the direct materials, transferred in part, direct labor, variable overhead, and fixed overhead. So for a total of $31. So the question here is, since motor division needs the parts that is being produced by the part division, and the maximum price that can be offered is $8, because parts division is considered to have a perfectly competitive market. So, and motor division was offered a special order. So the question here is, should the parts division lower their transfer price so that the division or motor division accept the special order? Okay, so what will be the effect on the overall profit of the company? So here, to analyze, since the motor is under capacity. Okay, they are only operating at 70%. So here, the fixed portion of the cost will be considered irrelevant. So if you could still remember in our previous video lecture about relevant costs, okay, so if the there is the entity, or in this case the division, is under capacity, operating at less than capacity, so the relevant costs that we will consider are only the variable costs. So therefore, the relevant costs for producing the motors, okay, will include direct labor and variable direct materials, direct labor and variable overhead. So these are all variable expense or costs. So it totals to $13. So this is lower compared to that of its full cost, which is $31. Okay, so because again, we did not regard fixed cost as relevant. So for motor division, the contribution to profit before considering the transferred in, okay, of $17 is this one. Transferred in component. Again, before considering the transferred in component, we need to say the transfer price. So if the motor division will purchase from the parts division, okay, before the transaction, the contribution to profit is $17. So that is $30, which is the cost or the selling price of one motor to the special order minus their relevant cost of 13. So they have $17 contribution to the profit. So the division could pay as much as 17. Okay, so this will be considered as their maximum purchase price for the component. And if that is the case, then they will have break even, meaning to say they neither have profit nor loss. Okay. So however, since the component can always be purchased from an outside supplier, so this is also or this can also be purchased from an outside supplier for $8. So the division, or the maximum price that the division should pay, is also $8. Okay. So thus the market price is the best transfer price, because in this case, whether motor division will purchase from parts division internally or from an outside supplier, it's still $8. So meaning to say market price is the best transfer price. Okay, so that's for market price.